Troops could be heading to Chicago as early as tomorrow.
This as D.C. officials are suing President Trump for this exact thing. Our D.C. bureau chief, Ben Kennedy, is live in Washington with more. Ben.
Nicole Calvin, as you were talking about, D.C.'s AG is taking the White House to federal court, claiming the troops are acting more like local police without jurisdiction.
When I say free, you say D.C.
D.C. residents and Democratic lawmakers held a rally at the U.S. Capitol to call for an end to the federal takeover of Washington.
Donald Trump's militarization of D.C. has nothing to do with public safety and everything to do with terror and intimidation.
It comes as D.C.'s Attorney General filed a lawsuit today in an effort to block what he calls the illegal deployment of National Guard troops to the district. As Brian Schwalb's office argues, this action represents an excessive amount of military occupation that exceeds presidential authority. In August, President Trump signed an executive order invoking powers under Section 40 of the Home Rule Act to take control of the D.C. police and place officers under federal control. While on social media Thursday, he shared new numbers that due to the deployment, over the past 3 weeks, he says more than 1,600 were arrested.
If you look at Washington, D.C. 3 weeks ago, it was the same or worse, and now it's considered a totally safe zone.
And as Calvin talked about at the top of the show, President Trump says Chicago is next, with then Baltimore and even possibly New Orleans is now on the list. Nicole Calvin.
And Louisiana being a red state as well. And Ben, no public events for President Trump, but we do understand that he is set to talk with Ukraine's President Zelensky today.
Calvin, you're right. In fact, we're waiting for an update on that call and a readout if it did take place. And this comes one day after Russian President Vladimir Putin said that he would meet with Zelensky in Moscow. Ukraine is now responding, saying that proposal, that request is unacceptable.
Okay, Ben, thank you.